So in typical fashion, when it's a watch that I actually purchase, it gets backburnered. It gets way down on the list to make a video. I did the unboxing of it, but this watch I actually purchased months ago. And although it was a spontaneous purchase, it was, it like dialed right in. Like it was exactly what I wanted, what I was looking for at the time. I was inspired. I was at a meetup with some watch buddies in California. And I was checking out all their watches. And honestly, it was my buddy Joe and his limited edition Fears watch that he had or has with a California dial. But that watch was just a little bit too small for me. And quite frankly, the Fears is more than I want to spend right now or then. And I kind of remembered looking at the fairer pilots and I'm like, that fits better. And I was scrolling through their website and this California dial popped up. This is the Cayley Verde pilot. It's the only California dial one they have in this lineup. The rest of them are Arabics all the way around. And I know the Cali dial can be divisive. I think some people just despise it. They hate it. They don't get it. And then there's people like me that are just like, I'm indifferent, but when I want one, I want one. And it needs to be the right one. Well, I'm confident that I found the right one. This is definitely the watch for me. And I bought it full price. And weirdly enough, another little side story is I had talked to the Fairer crew and I leveraged my channel a little bit to the point where I had negotiated a pretty good deal on pick of whatever I wanted for a video. And I just didn't take advantage of it. I knew what I wanted, and I was totally fine paying the full price because the full price, honestly, I think is pretty respectable for this watch at $895. So it's under the $1,000 price point for sure, under $900. And it looks great. It has some special features, and it has the Sellita SW200 Elaborate grade. So these are all good things. So let's get into the case size now that I'm over 2 minutes in. So the case size is 40 millimeter, although on the website it says 39.5. I tried to get 39.5. I get 40. And I was just having this other conversation with another brand, not owner, but high level person. And they were like trying to correct me on the measurements. And I showed them physical proof of me measuring their watch. I'm like, hey, I measure every watch. I use the calipers, and yes, it has a digital display, but I confirm it with the scale on the device too. So like, I'm going by facts here. The lug to lug is 46 mil, and the thickness is 13.1. Has that double dome sapphire crystal with AR coating. You have 20 mil lug opening, and you have an 8.1 millimeter crown. Again, the measurement was wrong on the website. I think they say like 6 or something. But at the widest point on this crown, it is 8 millimeter. And they have this trick little bronze insert on there that will show patina. It was brighter when I first got it, but just winding it and setting the time and everything has given it a little bit of patina, which I dig. That's pretty cool. I think they do that on a few different models, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 50-meter water resist. It is a push-pull crown. I'm totally fine with that for this style of watch. The dial. Well, we'll talk movement first. I already mentioned it before, but it's the Sellita SW200 Elaborate grade, and it's surrounded by a soft iron cage, a Faraday cage, which ramps up the anti-magnetic properties, which is good because back in the day when I first got a Fairer, I think like 5 years ago, somebody sent in a Fairer for me to video, and it came in right out of the mail. It was magnetized. I had to demagnetize it. So I had this thought that, Fairers were easily, they have thinner cases. So I was like, well, maybe they're more subjective to magnetism. But with this one being anti-magnetic properties, it even says so on the case back. And it does actually have that Faraday cage, which I didn't pull the case back off to show you guys. You can Google it or something. I don't know. But the big draw to this one was, in fact, the design, the Cayley dial. It actually has at the markers there are actually Lumicast. They're a thinner Lumicast. I've seen some thicker Lumicast, like on this Ward. You can see the Lumicast is super, super thick, but that's like a ceramic. That's like a different way of doing it. This is not the same way, I don't think. But and then, of course, you have regular loom printed in certain spots, and then you have that different color on the handset, which is also going to be a different color loom. You have that arrow-tipped long seconds hand going all the way out to the perimeter. And then I noticed after getting it, I didn't notice it in the pictures, but the hash marks going around the chapter ring there, you kind of have like a creamy color up top on the Roman side, and then you have that powder blue on the bottom side on the Arabic side. And that's a beautiful, like British Racing green colorway on this. You do have embossed lines going across the dial and up and down. So, you know, crossing it like that. So pretty cool feature on that as well. The strap that is on this is the strap that it came with. You have multiple ones you can choose. It's a pretty entry-level, genuine leather, quick-release spring bars. I knew I wasn't going to like it. I just didn't want to, I don't know. I looked at all the straps on the website. I'll put a link to the website down below. I bought this watch free and clear on my own. So I knew I was going to put a different strap on the watch. I wasn't sure what yet though, but how hard is it to find a 20 mil good leather strap? Well, a member in my Discord actually put this used strap up for sale, and I snapped it up real quick. This is a beaver tail strap made by Aaron Bespoke, which is this here. They're up in Montreal, which I actually just ordered another strap for a different watch from them, and it's paired up with this really nice deployant clasp. So I think this strap is perfect for this watch. These are pretty expensive. I want to say they're like in the $250 range, so keep that in mind. But I think it really helps make the watch for me personally. You could have went with a number of different options, but this one works perfect in my opinion. So here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. For only a 40 millimeter watch, you have that pretty much all dial, so it presents a little bit larger. Typically, I like a 42 mil watch, but if you're going to go with a non-diver watch such as this, field watch or a pilot watch or something like that, I think 40 is fine for me because you got so much dial presentation. All right, now it's fun time because the loom on this is pretty incredible, and we have a couple different colors. Let's turn off the studio lights and check that portion of the video out. I'm sure there's a ton of people that actually like fast forward to it. And all of the stuff minus the hands, I think it's coming through on video. It's not blue. It's like white. It's like, I don't see hardly any blue tint to it at all. It's like just straight white. And then you have that really nice green on the handset. So I like this thing day or night. This is one of my most favorite purchased watches at this price point for sure. I think you'll see it around for a while. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next vid.